You know what, man? I just don't know what to say anymore right now, but it's like just when you think England's football team can finally be taken seriously and be serious about winning, they do this. They go to Hungary where they lose 1-0 to Hungary, and this is just I really don't know what I'm supposed to say, but tonight, England, they were absolutely pitiful. I mean, pitiful. There's no other way to say this. It's like today, midfield, defensively, I mean, England, they were just really average today. And here's the thing, man. I personally think that with Gareth Southgate's football team, I think that Southgate needs to emphasize more playing attacking football because, you know, I've seen Mark Goldbridge's take on this, you know, and by the way, shout out to him, you know. I personally am a big fan of Mark Goldbridge, you know. He's a good football analyst in my opinion. I like watching his takes, and he made up a really good point that Gareth Southgate focuses more on the defensive side of the ball rather than on the attacking side of the ball because, as you know, England have all these have this entire arsenal of quality attacking players like Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, Raheem Sterling, including obviously Harry Kane, and they also have I think Tammy Abraham and just a lot of players, you know, that they could easily utilize. But it seems like right now that Gareth Southgate just clearly doesn't have the ability to utilize these attacking players, and that's what I want to discuss here in this video because today what I watched from England is they really looked like they had no plan on how to go about this game. You know, they looks like that they didn't know how to basically go at Hungary's back four. And that's the biggest thing with England is that with Gareth Southgate, if Gareth Southgate does not change his tactics, then England, they're just going to once again disappoint everybody at the World Cup. I hate to, you know, be the bringer of bad news here, but these are just football facts that I'm stating because I've watched this England team play, and from the looks of it right now, it seems like that England are looking like a rather very average and mediocre side, especially against Hungary, because England did not even play their full B team today. You know, they played Pickford, they played their star players, and they go out and they give this type of performance, which was absolutely shocking to me. Like, obviously, I had England winning this game. I can never imagine in a million years that England would lose to Hungary. That's right, a team that they, you know, were able to get a win and, you know, then draw in the World Cup qualifiers. And now Hungary, they defeated England. So what can I say, man? This was a well-deserved win for Hungary. You know, Hungary today, they were resilient, and that's the thing about this Hungary national team is they showed their resilience. They showed that, you know, that they're not scared to take on a big challenge in facing England. And look what happened today, man. Hungary, they scored that penalty. Dominic Szoboszlai, he scored a penalty, and I've seen a lot of people on Twitter debating, saying that it was a penalty or it was not a penalty. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys think it was a penalty or no? Because from the looks of it, for me, it might seem like a penalty, but I guess it's a 50-50 chance because the referee, regardless, awarded Hungary a penalty, and then Szoboszlai converted his penalty for Hungary, and that's basically how Hungary defeated England today, 1-0. And this is the thing, man, with England's football team is that they get all this hype by the media, by mainly the British, you know, football media and all that stuff. But then again, it seems like that whenever they get all that hype, then England always find a way how to disappoint the fans. And I think that this game is the latest of trend of England just putting on a really disaster class today, and just a really, I think, mediocre and just a very woeful performance, because it's like, if you can't win these types of games, then how are you supposed to be taken seriously as a World Cup contender? Now, look, I understand that this is the Nations League, and, you know, this is a tournament that not a lot of people I saw are too fond of it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, this Nations League tournament is a great opportunity for teams to be able to figure out, okay, which tactics do I need to use? Because for me, you know, the UEFA Nations League is like a great way to help teams prepare for the World Cup. You know, just basically figure out, okay, which tactics should managers use the best that are going to benefit their team and all that stuff. And for Gareth Southgate, man, I know it's only one game, but dude, this is bad. I'm sorry, but this is a very, very shocking performance today by England that I never thought I would see them do. But hey, you know, England, all this talent, and today they go to Hungary and they play like this. Just a very woeful performance by England. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about this game. You know, just Hungary, hey, they were great today. You know, they defended really well. Their back four, you have to give Hungary's back four credit. They did a heck of a job against England's front attack. They neutralized England's front attack. You know, the Hungarian keeper Gulacsi, he had a great game in my opinion against England, but England, they came close to scoring after that. You know, it feels like that England only started playing actual football after Hungary scored, you know, especially in the 75th, after the 75th minute. It felt like that was the only time that England were actually trying in this game. You know, I almost thought England were going to score an equalizer because it looked like to me that one of the England players was going to score a beautiful curler, but it hit the side netting. But dude, England, Gareth Southgate, he really needs to go back to the drawing board and just basically change his tactics. You know, if Gareth Southgate doesn't change his tactics, then I'm sorry to say this, but England, they're probably going to get knocked out in the round of 16 at the World Cup, or maybe even they'll go as far as I'd say the quarterfinals. That's it. Because right now, dude, for England, this was a very bad performance. Like, the way how I can rate England's performance today is really average, just extremely average performance from England. Just, well, not even extremely average, but just a very, very lackluster performance. Okay, lackluster performance from England. Literally, seemed like that they couldn't get anything going, couldn't even break down Hungary's defense. It's like you have all these quality attacking players, and you can't even score a goal over Hungary. And Hungary just basically kept a clean sheet over England today. That's the really crazy, shocking part. So yeah, Hungary, their football team, they got this win. They earned this win. You can't make any excuses about this, man. Hungary, they got that W, man, especially in a group of death with Germany and Italy. I did not expect this at all. But hey, Hungary, they freaking did it today, man. They did it. They beat England 1-0 in their own house, you know, in Hungary. And Hungary, man, this is a big, I think, a big win for him. Especially, this can give Hungary a lot of confidence, especially them being, you know, matched up in this group of death here, or what I perceive to be the group of death. Hungary today, hey, they didn't give up. They put up a performance. They put up a heck of a performance over England. You know, they basically believed in themselves. They were confident, and this is the result. Hungary, they beat England 1-0. And to think that I almost thought that Hungary were going to, you know, pull an upset over France at the Euros. Now, Hungary, they gave off another crazy performance like this over England. So, England, man, Gareth Southgate, figure out your tactics. That's all I have to say. Because, look, man, Gareth Southgate, he's obviously a great guy. But as a football manager, you can't be giving off lackluster performances like this. You have to be that type of leader where basically you have to say, all right, guys, enough is enough. We actually have to go out there, compete. It doesn't matter how we compete, all that. I mean, it doesn't matter how we go about this game. All that matters is find a way to win, and that's what England unfortunately failed to do. Yeah, that's what they failed to do today. So unless Gareth Southgate figures out a way how to, you know, utilize and get his tactics right, that can produce results instead of average performances like this, then England, they're probably going to go as far as I say the quarterfinals at the World Cup. And this is not me, you know, this is not me hating or anything, because, you know, I'm fond of England's football team, but it's just ridiculous performance today by England. I feel like they could have done a lot better. That's all I have to say. Peace.